Hello, everybody. It's Patty the Tinker's wife with glare in my glasses. Oh, I got the wrong glasses on too. Well, I guess these are okay. Anyway, hello. This is Tinker's Paradise, the living room. For those of you who haven't been here before, I'm so glad you came to check out the channel and to spend time here. Hopefully you'll hang around. I'm going to share another one of my songs, and I didn't really know what I was going to do today. I thought about talking about a message that impacted me yesterday, which I decided to do, but I was going to go out into the garden and talk about, well, what am I going to plant where? And you know how everybody's doing that. And I just never could get into it. And then the weather went south. It's breezy and in the 40s, and that just isn't flying with me today. And Kat, don't you even think about asking to go outside. This is what Jackson does. Jackson is a ginger boy who belongs to the neighbor who thinks that I'm one of his humans. So you'll get to meet him from time to time. You'll see him. He's not really a camera hog. He just wants my attention. So anyway, or my help. He wants me to be his butler. Anyway, getting back to what I wanted to share today. I have been challenged, most of you know, with my husband having passed away 7 months ago, the 22nd of this month. So it's been, a short time. And so with that said, it is a challenge. There he goes. No, Jackson. He thinks he needs to go out the front door, and I'm not letting him out. He can go out the back door. There's a cat door. I see that cat. Do you want to come up here and say hi? Come on, come on. Excuse me while I go let the cat out. Okay, now that the cat is out, I cut my bangs today. Did you guys notice? They were starting to get a little too long, but I took an inch off, and I should have only taken like a quarter of an inch off. It's one of those things that damned if you do, damned if you don't, especially if you don't know how to cut hair like me. So anyway, yeah, I did cut my hair for 11 years, but it was like all one length with some bangs, and I didn't care much because I had a hat on most of the time. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about what the message was today. Decided that I would share with you just kind of some things that happened, and I got into a rough spot again. It's been a real up and down thing the last couple of weeks since this big worldwide event is going on, and the thing is that I expect God to answer prayers for me. I've got must be a lot of videos dropping over here. My little laptop is going off on me. Anyway, I ran onto a pastor's Facebook page. Actually, he was somebody that was recommended to me, and I'm just going to call him Pastor David. And he's from Searcy, Arkansas. And he's got a page, or excuse me, a channel that's called Just Thinking Out Loud, which I absolutely love that name. And he does. He just thinks. He just talks out loud. But it's something valuable. It's something entertaining. And he's really easy to listen to. And I really like his channel. He only has like 51 subscribers. And I'm like, I don't know why. The guy's good. He's kind of like that next door neighbor or maybe that uncle that talks to you. But anyway, his his thing was, excuse me, my brain is not remembering things today. Get me out of here and other prayers during difficult times. And that's where I was on Sunday. Get me out of here. I can't stand this anymore. Well, I listened to his preaching and his sharing, and it was really, really good. He started out in one place, ended up in another, in Philippians, which I love the book of Philippians. I love the account of Paul and Silas in the prison and how they're praising God in their suffering, their backs bleeding and all of that. Well, he shared that. And knowing about it and having God hit you between the eyes with it are two different things. So I was in tears. So David, thank you. Pastor David, thank you. I am so grateful that God uses instruments, us humans, in partnership with answering prayers. I think it's a wonderful thing. So anyway, I'm going to link his video. So I'm just giving him a shout out here today. My official shout out is for Pastor David out there in Searcy, Arkansas, and Just Thinking Out Loud. Go over and check out his video from March 21st. I think it'll bless you, especially in these times. So let me see now. Where else am I going? Oh, I'm going to, let's see, talk about the garden for just a little bit, and then I'm going to go on to a song that I'm going to sing. Now, I was going to talk about seeds and where I was planting everything and go out and ask some questions of you guys about the garden and what your thoughts were. I'll save that for another time because, like I said, the weather's not that great right now. And let me see. Oh, I got my pea seeds soaking. I will soak them in water and then I will lay them between 2 paper towels. I'll add that into the next video I do, so look for a video here like in the next day or so. I'll put one up showing how I did that, maybe talk about a few other gardening tips and tricks. So because I couldn't really get into that stuff today, I pulled out my songbook of things that I've written and was flipping through it, and I kept running into this song called To Know You Is My Joy. And we can all get caught up in looking for joy in all the wrong places. To use a probably overused line sometimes, but anyway, it's true. We do. We look for joy in places where you won't find sustaining joy. You might find a brief bit of happiness, even rejoicing, and then boom, it's gone. And God was talking to me about this. This was, oh my goodness, when did I read? Oh, I wrote this 12 years ago. Yeah, I haven't written anything in a while. I need to write something. I'm like, God, give me a song. I'd love to have a song for this season, and I think that may happen. Anyway, this song, lead me to your well springs where the water overflow. Because in him are well springs of joy. And I think I'm getting hoarse. Oh, you see inside this cup it says dream. That's all Jess's fault. I found that cup right after I found Jess last year in Roots and Refuge, and she was talking about her devotional about dreaming. Well, anyway, getting back to my song. I'm going to do the best I can with this. I hope that you find it encouraging, and I hope you really listen to the words, because we've all had those times when we feel like we're walking in the desert or we're thirsty. You know, we just can't find anything fulfilling, and it's because we're looking in all the wrong places. God wants to fill us to overflowing. And I was really convicted by this, like the morning I wrote this song. So this comes from a fresh heart of conviction and a prayer. It's really a prayer. Okay, so I guess I better get it in the right key here. Okay. And I was trying to do this standing up, and I think I could do it better standing up, but I can't find a position for my camera standing up, so it makes it a little hard. For some reason in the kitchen, everything wants to flare out like there's bright white light, so something's going screwball with the camera. But anyhow, let me just get going here. Lead me to the wellspring where the waters overflow. Fill me, Father, fill me till I can hold no more. I've held on to the temporal, sought joy in circumstance. It's walking in the desert, exposed to the elements. And I'm thirsty, and I'm weary to the bone. Oh, I'm thirsty, and I'm weary to the bone. Draw me in. Sought you as my sovereign, sought you as my hope, sought your ear and answers, never sought you as my joy. My heart's intent was hidden, it had played me for the fool, and I'm standing on the edge of this desert, and I'm hungry, Lord, for you. I'm thirsty, and I'm weary to the bone, and I'm thirsty, and I'm weary to the bone. Oh, I need you. Won't you fill me with your spirit till I can hold no more? Overtake me in your presence. I'm longing just to know you. Won't you fill me with your spirit till I can hold no more? Overtake me in your presence. I want to know you as my joy. Won't you lead me to the wellspring where the waters overflow? Fill me, Father, fill me till I can hold no more. So there you go. The part about circumstances, that was one of the things that hit me and why I decided to share this song today, because we are buffeted in our circumstances, especially right now where it's like everything is so up in the air and we don't know what's going to hit us next. And so it's really easy for things to buffet us. But when we are looking to the Lord, when we are having Him as our sustaining power, it's amazing what happens when we trust Him and when we go to Him and when we seek Him and joy in Him instead of in our circumstances. It really is. I have found this life as a Christian to be one that is not carefree, but it is a fulfilling life. And it is one that is far more wondrous than I ever could have imagined for myself otherwise. Even as simply as I live, even as unassuming as my life is, you know, the little bit of notoriety I get on here and on Facebook and on Instagram, it's nothing. It's, you know, it could very easily become hay and stubble, you know, if it's not done with the right, if it's not done in the Lord's name, because that's what I do. Everything is impacted by my faith, and it's all done because of Him. Because if He hadn't saved me, I would be dead, or I would be a drug addict somewhere. That's quite honestly the truth. But in His mercy, He saved me. He called me, and He has saved me. And I am so grateful. So if you are having any struggle, if you are feeling like you're on the edge of the desert and you're hungry for something, consider maybe it's the Lord calling you. When we're in the desert, we're very exposed to the elements, and I think a lot of us feel very exposed in this day and age. And so I just ask that you would consider that and go read Philippians. Go read the book of Philippians. Go read the account of Paul and Silas in the prison and what happens there and how God uses it. It's pretty incredible. I just love it. So I just want to leave it right there. I'm making this somewhat shorter video, but that's okay. It's just fine. So anyway, I hope to have some other music for you at some point. Again, I am not a professional. I am not even very well rehearsed at this point. I just pulled it out just to share what God had given me, and I hope that it blessed you. Thank you all for joining me today. Again, please consider subscribing. Please like the video on your way out, and also ask that you would, if you want to keep seeing the videos, you want to know when there's new ones up, just ring that bell a couple times and you'll get that option to choose it. It's the one that has the little things, brackets, I guess, up around the top. Looks like it's been run. That's the one you want to hit. So anyhow, I'm going to leave it there and just say thanks again. And I hope y'all have a great evening. And I'll see you pretty soon. I think there's another video coming up this week. So, yeah, it looks like I might be going into the 2 a week thing. Anyway, God bless. Bye-bye.